24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I guess that's just my little way of opening up this episode honoring Kobe Bryant. Just a 24-second countdown. As we all know by now, it's been all the outpouring of love has all shown itself these last few days, which is so great. I love it. I've been a part of it. I've been soaking it all in. Now, Vanessa Bryant, his wife, has even come out and made a statement now. By the way, welcome in. This is the Far Side of Sports. I'm Bryant Guzman. Which, you still get emotional even after so many days. Before you know it, it'll be a week, getting ready for the Super Bowl and everything. Obviously, I'm a huge 49ers fan, and this is the biggest game as a fan of my life. It's going to be exactly 7 days, a whole week after one of the most surreal days in my life. I mean, it was... So, to paint the picture for you, I'm waking up on a Sunday morning. I wake up early. I'm playing a little Madden. I'm doing a little, me time before my son wakes up, before my wife gets up. And my sister-in-law comes over. She starts making breakfast for whoever's up. Grandma's up. My mother-in-law's up. So we sit down, we start eating, and then I see that Silence of the Lambs is on. And I'm like, oh man, it's one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it in a while. Let me flip it on. And I asked my sister-in-law, have you ever seen it before? She never seen it. So I'm like, oh, it's a must. I gotta do it. So I play from the beginning. I'm giving her a brief little, outline of the movie. Just like, this is what it is. It's classic. Like, you'll like it. All that stuff, right? And we're getting into the movie maybe 20 minutes in. And she goes, did you hear about Kobe Bryant? He died in a helicopter accident. And I go, what? Like, I literally turn to her and make the most I go, what? I probably said what? I go, what? Probably 6 times. And she just was like, why the hell, wide-eyed, don't kill me. I wasn't mad. I wasn't projecting anger. I was projecting shock. I was like, what? What? Why are you tripping? What are you talking about? Kobe Bryant he died. And I'm just like, what? And she's all like, yeah. Her Christian, her fiance, her husband, called her or texted her and said that he had died. And I hadn't seen anything from ESPN or Bleacher Report or any apps, sport apps. I have Yahoo Sports. Nothing that I have was popping up on my phone. I even went to ESPN the app directly, went inside, Bleacher Report, went inside, looked for something that said nothing. Nobody had said anything yet. TMZ, of course, was the first reported, which I heard some shady shit, which I don't know if it's true. And I don't want to start saying shit that I heard. I made a mistake doing that on Facebook, on a friend's post, talking about something that I have no idea is true or not, if it could even be true. And I put it on there, and it's nothing salacious really, but it's just I shouldn't do that. It was just bad. So I apologize for that. So, but I, you know, I just, it strikes you so hard. It just does. No matter who you are, it has to strike you in some way or fashion. Like, even if it doesn't make you incredibly sad, it has to make you think incredibly hard. Just about everything, your own mortality, your family, nieces, the mothers in your life, the fathers in your life, yourself, your own children, everything. Just makes you think about everything, about what is really important, what you should really be going after, and what you should be really pouring your time and your energy into in this world. It's the people you love, it's the things you love, and to be driven like Kobe, And I don't want it to become cliche, because at some point to some people it will. But damn it, man, if you don't look back at him and who he was and what we were able to see as fans and what we were able to see because he was such a public person, and such, when I say public person, I mean such a celebrity, such, LA, of course, you're in LA your entire career. It's just a natural spotlight, but that he loved, he wanted it, he was driven by it, he like I said, I just don't want it to become cliche, man. Be driven like Kobe. Be driven. Go after what you love if you really love it, and pour your time and effort into that. Because then when you get to the end of the road of that chapter of your life, you're going to look back and go, it was worth it. I did it right. And that's why I think after these last couple days, I don't feel as sad anymore, because I know Kobe's up there. He's with his daughter. He's looking down and he's going, man, I don't regret a single second that I lived on this earth. Not a single second. I don't think he regrets a single moment that he lived on this earth. A single thing that he did. Because he knows that everything that he did was for such a burning purpose and passion. And not just basketball. I mean, as a husband and a father, and as a person in a community, where he lived, his home, Los Angeles, being a neighbor, like that. That's why I think it hurts. We never really seen anything like this before. And the love, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Facebook and I'm on the love, and the outpouring is just still coming in. It's still flowing hard right now. Hard. As it should, man. As it should. And I made a post, and because I can't figure out the damn live, I have to record on my phone, so I can't look on my phone and really read out what I wrote on Facebook, because I felt like it was really well thought out. I took my time with it. I used a couple of voice to text apps actually that helped me kind of put it together, and I think I worded it really well. But I try to remember all that I can from it and give you a brief summary of what I said. And so, of course, during the time that I wrote it, I was thinking about the Kobe Bryant and his passing a lot, and all the families that were lost, all the lives. And I was just thinking about his passing. I was thinking about the rivalry between him and, the Kings, because they were my team, but it was really a rivalry with myself. Because, there's nothing more I wanted at that time was to see a Kings championship. I wanted it so bad, and I could taste it. It was there. We were the best team, I thought. I still think to this day we were the best overall team. Yeah, they had Kobe and Shaq and a couple other nice guys, but I think overall, from top to bottom, the way we played together, we were still the best team. Okay, I'm getting off track of what I was really. But Kobe, Shaq, Phil Jackson, they were always in the way. The Lakers, they're always in the way. And they always would reject you. And that's how it felt every single time that they beat us. It felt like they were pushing us down. Like I was being rejected. Like we were being rejected. So it became very deep and personal. The rivalry became something very real to me and for me, especially at a young kid at that age, with an insatiable appetite for of basketball, and just was really in love with the game and really getting to know the game and falling in love with the game of basketball. And bro, the wars that I would have at even a young age with my cousins, my aunts who are die-hard Laker fans, die-hard Laker fans. It's something you read about, the type of wars I would have back and forth with them. But there's something so, I had such a deep dislike for him, such a deep dislike for Kobe Bryant. I really did. But there's something so unique about the nature of competition. The nature of competition. Kobe Bryant, he had to earn my respect. Not because of any righteous reason, but because he caused me pain and heartache and disappointment and hopelessness and a bunch of other feelings. No one has earned my respect and admiration like Kobe Bryant. No one, ever. I had become it had gone so much more beyond respect. I became a Kobe Bryant fan. I liked Kobe Bryant. I liked him a lot. And of course, when someone that big, he is bigger than life. You can see everywhere. Even here in Stockton, where I live, last night, down at the Lincoln Center, there's this big tower with a big L on top that spins around, for Lincoln Center, right? And then it was all lit up orange and purple. People, cities, homes around the world are doing that. Philippines, England, Australia, Spain, Germany, France. You name it, you got it. Soccer is honoring Kobe Bryant. Basketball is honoring Kobe Bryant, obviously. Football is honoring Kobe Bryant. Baseball is going to honor Kobe Bryant. Everybody is honoring Kobe Bryant. Everybody. It's not an accident. It's just, and it sucks. It's such a tragedy. Because I want to talk a minute up too about other people that lost their lives, because they deserve to be talked about. I don't know how much I want to really get into his, because we all know he passed away with his daughter, his 13-year-old daughter. And we all know that's a completely different conversation than the one I've just been having. And I'm not quite sure how much I want to get to it, just because I'm a father, and I've done quite enough thinking and crying about this aspect of the tragedy. But Gianna Bryant, his daughter, 13 years old, just seemed like a wonderful little human being who was going to grow up and be just as special as her dad. Of course, you don't really know much about her, but she was great at basketball. I do know that. I do know she shared her father's love of the game. I do know that it was a bonding aspect for them in their relationship. You could see it, when they would sit courtside. And then also the other families, the Altobelli family. I'm so sorry. I know I should have learned how to pronounce all the names, but it's such a tragedy that so many families, three young girls, 13-year-old girls, lost their lives. Lost. parents were with them. Your parents, families, entire families were gone. And it's just so sad. Obviously, it's so sad, but it just it would just hit so hard. It hit so hard because you just don't think he's gonna die. You definitely don't think he's gonna die with his daughter. You definitely don't think he's gonna die with his daughter and his friends and their daughters. I mean, it's. I can't. I don't. Yeah, man. I just know that I'm gonna honor Kobe for the rest of my life. There's a lot of things I'm gonna do in my life. Like, look. I mean, especially regarding this podcast, just because. Look, sometimes I write notes for the show, sometimes I don't, and I haven't even looked at my notes, but I have written notes for this episode because I knew right away, you know what? I'm gonna work like Kobe. I'm gonna put every single into my passion, which is sports, which is talking sports, which is bringing out content about sports. You know, so I did notes, and I said I'm never gonna do another show. I'm never gonna not have notes. Just because, look, yeah, I listen to a lot of other podcasts. They don't have notes. Bitch, you ain't them. You forget shit. So you need to write shit down. So write shit down so you don't forget shit. And then you can look at it and go, I did forget to mention that. Let me talk about that real quick. Let me add that into the conversation. Because then I feel like a jackass, because after I post shit, I go, I didn't talk about that. Oh, I forgot to mention that. That would have changed the discussion a little bit. And it's like, dude, write it down, motherfucker. Put in the time, put in the work, put in the mama mentality, apply it to your life, and let's go. And every time I play a pickup game of 21, I'm going to say, fuck you guys. We're playing a game of Kobe. We're playing a game of 24. If you miss your 24-point shot, you go back down to 8. Boom. And that's how we rolling for the rest of time. Bang, bang, boom. Oh, and the NBA should probably change the silhouette to Kobe. I definitely think that's because you have to think about the NBA is a young enough sport to where like all their major like legends and superstars are all still alive. You still got Michael. You got not Will Chamberlain. You still got Bill Russell from back in the day. I mean, everyone in between. Magic, Bird, Dominic Wilkins. Like, there's so many guys. Charles Barkley, Shaq. So many guys that are still here and alive, and we can talk to them and see them and interact with them and be around them. You know, Patrick Ewing, all those guys. I mean, everyone's still. David Robinson, Tim Duncan. You know, they're all still here. They're all still around. We could, you know, they could be a part of shit. We're gonna see them. Most of those guys grow old and die of old age. You know, and so to have something like this happen, I think is a very unique circumstance, and it warrants. I don't think anybody would be against Kobe becoming the silhouette and the logo of the league. Jerry West, we want to talk about old time legends that are still alive and still here and still around us. Jerry West, a great friend of Kobe Bryant. He is the logo currently. He drafted Kobe. He brought Kobe to LA. He brought Kobe to the Lakers. He saw Kobe grow up from a young teenage boy into a great young man and father and husband. I know, he wasn't always a great husband. He turned into a great husband. He had to learn and fall and bring himself back up and become a better man and become a better husband. That's why it's so great. That's why he was so great. That's one of the reasons why he was great. As a person and as a basketball player, that determination, that fire to not stay down, to come up. I'm going to come through. And I'm not going to be denied. There's no one that's going to be able to deny me. Period. So I'm just going to outwork everybody. And the result of that is going to be what it is. And he just did that in everything in his life, including being a husband and a father. But my whole point is that I would guarantee Jerry West would be very happy, very quick to say, absolutely, let's make Kobe Bryant the logo, and would give up being the logo for Kobe Bryant. I don't think there's be any question. I don't think anyone would have any questions about it. And if you do, you go kick rocks and get the fuck out of my face with it. I don't care who you are. But anyway, I'm getting all hyped up now. But so yeah, man. So let's just not. Out of everything, let's honor Kobe. Let's get through this mourning period. Let's let everyone mourn. Let everyone get their mourn. You know, get to honoring Kobe. To help the people who are gonna have to mourn the longest, his friends and his family, to help them get through the mourning. You know, we honor him as long as we can. We put some permanent things in place that will forever honor Kobe, like him being the logo, or retiring 8 and 24 across the league, or you do both. But I'm cool with both, or one or the other. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. But something like that needs to be done. Something like that needs to happen. And other than that, I mean, let's just not forget the other people who've lost their lives in that. The other families, 3 other families were in that helicopter. You know, let's just not forget them. A pilot who had a family and loved ones. Let's make sure that he gets remembered. And I can't pronounce his name. I actually have it written right here. And I said, I need to go see a report somewhere on YouTube that says his name so I could learn how to say his name. And that's how I got lazy. It's a shortcoming. I never went and did that. I do have his name here, and I really would rather just not butcher it, and I would rather just say, hey, let's make sure we don't forget him. Let's make sure we go and reread those reports, and we go back and we watch those things, so we don't forget all those people's names, and we don't forget all those other people that left other family members behind, left broken families behind. Or I shouldn't say broken, but left incomplete families now, you know. But that being said, let's go ahead and let's move on. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, everybody. Just let's move on. Let's get on to the Super Bowl, man. Since I had all this energy and I'm all pumped up and ready to go, let's talk about Super Bowl 54. This is where I'll bust out some notes, so I'll make sure I don't leave nothing out for all you haters out there. Because look, right now, I'll put it out there first and work backwards, right? Okay. Obviously, I think the 49ers are going to win. Not just because I'm a 49er fan. I just think we are the better overall team, period. Period. Top to bottom, overall team, we are better. Coaching, top to bottom, we are better. It's just what I believe. That's just what we've done this year. That's just me. Now, if you want me to give a score and all that, no, man, I don't know. Like, look, we're the better overall team, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying we're so much more the better team. Kansas City is a really good team. They're a great team. I just think we're a little bit of a greater team with what we do, the personnel that we have, matched with the coaching and the camaraderie and the character of this team, and the GM and the front office with the owner, and everything just is so together and so meshing right now. I think it is on another level. So I do think we're going to do enough to win the game. Like I said, if you want me to give a score, I'm really not comfortable giving a score because it's going to be a close game. The Niners can be up 21-0 in the first quarter, and it might not matter by the start of the third quarter. Because it could be 21-21, it could be 28-21, Kansas City going into halftime, and us being up 21 points. It's just, we've seen Kansas City be able to do it. So, styles make fights, right? Styles make fights. This is offense versus defense. Something I've said all year is that the 49ers defense gives them a chance to win any game. Our defense gives us a chance to be in and win any single game, no matter who we're playing. It does not matter. And I've said that all year long, and I'm not going to change now. I'm not going to flip on that now. But the little caveat I will put out there on that statement is the one thing that has changed is the fact that when I was saying that, I wasn't sure how much our offense could do. Because I was starting to say that like week 3, week 4, week 5. So I wasn't 100% sure on what the offense can do. But now that we're here and what the offense can win us a game too. We're so multidimensional. But yes, the defense, the fact that our defense is so good, it's going to give us a chance to win any game against anybody, right? Our offense isn't that good, but our offense is good enough to go out and win a game. And so, like they proved that in New Orleans. They proved that. Who's the other game? God dang, man. He's proved that against Arizona, having to come back 16-0 and having to do all that stuff and putting up all the big numbers against them. It's just the offense can go win us a game if we need them to win a game. Now, it being a shootout obviously favors Kansas City. Kansas City kind of almost wants that, I think. So I think it could be. Don't get misled early if the Niners get out to a big, huge lead, and all of a sudden, that's the Chiefs aren't going to be fazed by that. They're kind of going to want that. They might even let that kind of happen on purpose. Like, let's let these guys let's get it out into a shootout. Like let's make it have to be a shootout, and that's what they're going to want to do. I think that's going to be their game plan. I think that's their mindset. I don't want to say let that happen like they're gonna let the Niners score. I just mean if the game starts going to where like teams are moving the ball and it's getting crazy, it can happen. That's gonna be what the Chiefs want. They're gonna go yes, let this come to us right here. This is what we want. This is the flow of the game we want. So. Styles make fights. And, Mahomes and Kansas City, I thought would get most of the media coverage. Like, I just thought they would get, like, all the attention. And I think they have gotten probably most of the attention, which I guess is rightfully so. It's just what people are attracted to, the commoner. They're just, a lot of people are just enamored with the passing attack, vertical threats, the speed, the fun, the circus that is Kansas City in terms of a high-flying act. And that's just what it is. It's okay. I'm all right with that. But it hasn't been as crazy one-sided as I thought it would be. I thought Kansas City would just get all the coverage. ESPN, NFL Network would just be all over them, just like a honey on. I just thought they would be all over them. And this is a terrible podcast. And I'm sorry. God, what's wrong with me? Anyway, moving on. As I'll take a look at my notes. And then the coaching. That's going to be the other most interesting thing to me is the coaching. Like, the back and forth between Shanahan and Spagnuolo and the back and forth between Andy Reid and Robert Saleh is going to be something to bestow, man. I'm telling you. It is. Shanahan, I'm so intrigued. I cannot wait to see what he pulls out of the bag. I really can't wait to see how Spagnuolo tries to stop it, honestly. I can't wait to see what Saleh does to try to stop Andy Reid and them boys. And it's not really... See, the thing about the Niners is that to a man to man, up front, we're going to beat you. We just are. It's going to happen. there's nothing you can do about it. The thing is Mahomes going to be able to buy the time? Is he going to be able to get away from the first guy, get outside the pocket, and make the throw? No, obviously he has the skills to do that, and he can do that. But against us, against this personnel, trying to step up and through the pocket, making that first guy miss, it's going to be a little different against us than it is against the other guys. Because when you're running up and through and trying to get away from D Ford, you're running right into Nick Bosa or Eric Armstead or DeForest Buckner. One of those guys, or both, two of those guys are going to be there waiting for you. It's just, Yeah, and we've had a little trouble with Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson and all that. Mahomes ain't that. He just ain't. I know he had that crazy run in the AFC Championship game, and maybe, he rips off a couple runs against us. I'm sure he will. He ain't Russell Wilson or even Aaron Rodgers. He's what Aaron Rodgers is now. Aaron Rodgers was in his prime was way more like mobile, athletic, running, snake-like, just Jafar snake. Like, you want to see how snake-like I can be, motherfucker? Like, not like that. He ain't like that. And like I said, he'll probably rip a couple runs on us for sure. But he's not. We don't have to worry about him like that. Like, he's definitely not stationary. He's not a statue. He's gonna move and buy time. I just think we'll be ready for that. Like, we've been grilled for that all year long. Russell Wilson twice, Deshaun Jackson, Aaron Rodgers twice, Kyler Murray twice. We've seen it. We've been bred for it now. We're ready for it at this point. So that something like that is not gonna, like, mobility of quarterback. Mahomes he's gonna have to be special, and he has all the ability to do it. He can do it. I'm not counting out Kansas City in the least bit. They can definitely beat us. We're not unbeatable under any circumstances. And I understand why the Chiefs are the favorite. I mean, they can score every time they have the ball. They can literally get the ball 10 times and score the ball 10 times. It's very possible they could do that against anybody. That's why I say, even if we get up 21-0, I ain't celebrating shit. Unless it's fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go. And even then, I might not want to start celebrating shit. They are that special. That's how fast they could. That's the weapons they got. That's Mahomes. That's the scheme. That's the Andy Reid. That's everything. They're and the defense is playing better. Like, I think quite personally it's going to be a high-scoring game. I just don't think there's going to be any way we can get away from that, beating the Niners. But that's why I say I think we'll do enough to win the game. We're going to end up having to play Kansas City style just because I think our offense is good enough. We're going to be moving the ball up and down on them. And Kansas City is just going to they're going to be letting it fly. But that's how, but if you're going to beat us, if you're going to beat our defense, you have to be aggressive. You have to be able to meet us punch for punch. And I think Kansas City can absolutely do that, So it's going to make for a very close, very fun and entertaining fucking game. It really is. Yeah, man, I think I fucking hit it. I mean, I can't really get it too far into the X's and O's. I didn't really prepare to talk X's and O's on this podcast. I really just wanted to talk about overall stuff and really the outskirt stuff. I don't think there's going to be any way this game doesn't get into the high 30s for both teams. Like I said, that style is going to favor Kansas City. I just think people underestimate our offense so much. Kyle's going to want to put up a 50 burger. Like, he's going to want to put up 50 points and beat these guys by 20. Like, Kyle's going to want to be real aggressive and real. He's going to want to be for real in this game, man. I'm telling you. He's coached all year with a chip on his shoulder. For sure. Oh, look, there goes the chip off the old block. Nah, motherfucker, that's a chip on my shoulder, bitch. Like, that's how he's been coaching. And shout out to Matt Barr and them guys over there, dude. They came up with this t-shirt called Disrespectful Kyle. It's a sick t-shirt. It's true. He's been coaching like I'm slap the shit out you. Slap the taste right out your mouth. That's how he's been coaching. He's going to continue that in the Super Bowl, I think. And it's just going to be so much fun. It is. It's going to be so much fun because it's going to be back and forth and back and forth. Both teams are going to be able to move the ball at will, I think, all game long. All game long. There'll be some stops. Not many, though. Not many. Something I told my buddy George, who has had technical difficulties. That's why we don't have the normal setup. That's why we don't have anything of the normal. And I'll cut this podcast probably really short, shorter than what I usually do. But something I told him is that, and I said it earlier, Kansas City can have the ball 10 times and they can score 10 times. Absolutely. I said, but in the first half, let's just say that Kansas City has 4 possessions. Or, I'm sorry. So I was giving him the scenario that I've seen Kansas City 2 times this year score 28 points in the second quarter alone. Which is just, that's astonishing. That's ridiculous. To score the ball 4 times in one quarter, and just do. Like a video game. Do. Dropping dimes. Mahomes just do. Dropping them in there, man. Making it happen, dude. Special. Something special. Something you just don't see. Guys don't do that, man. You don't throw 4 touchdown passes in one quarter. It's stupid. The unicorn, And I told George, I said, let's say we get up 21-0, and all of a sudden, Mahomes and the Chiefs get on like that 4 touchdown feel. They start getting that 4 touchdown swag going. If we, the Niners, can somehow turn one of those touchdowns into an interception or a fumble, we turn into a turnover and turn that 28 into 21, that can be the entire difference in the game. That would be the entire difference in the game. And I really believe that. I think that one turnover in the middle of the Kansas City really being hot and really just there's no way they're going to get stopped. If we could just turn one of those possessions into turnovers, just one, it will make the entire difference in the game, I think. And it will flip the game completely in our favor. Now, no team's been able to do that against them, but I don't think any team has a defense like ours. I don't think any team has the horses that we have. So that's what's going to make it so fucking interesting. So interesting. Because the game plans are going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to want to play a lot of zone. And we're not going to want to man up a lot. We're going to want to rush 4 and 5. Mostly 4. Get pressure with that. Get sacks. Get pressures. Bad throws with that. And play zone. And Kansas City's going to want to... They're going to want to... line up and scheme up ways to make us have to be in man and make us have to man someone up on the field that we don't want to man. That's the chess match. And it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. Woo! I can't wait, man. I'm really starting to get hyped for it. It's Thursday. We're getting hyped into Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. Oh, man, I can't wait for it, man. I hope you guys are as pumped as I am. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the podcast right there. We're coming up on about 40 minutes. It took me forever to try to figure out that YouTube Live, and it still hasn't gotten it. So, I still haven't gotten it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. It was kind of choppy, but I knew I just wanted to get an episode out there. I needed to. I had to. With Kobe's passing, with the Super Bowl coming up. My team in the Super Bowl, you know who it is. I had to get it in. So hopefully, I'm gonna be getting some more content out, some shorter videos with some thoughts maybe that come to me. My fiance, she's a huge Lakers fan, loves the Lakers. Kobe Bryant was her favorite player, so I'll probably ask her thoughts on Kobe, get me a video put out there and made, and so you guys can hear some people around me in my life that something about Kobe, and we could talk about it, and I'll put out some content on that. So. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Bryant Guzman. This is the Far Side of Sports. Go and hug and love your family and your friends. Tell the people who you love that you love them. Give them big hugs. Give them big kisses. Hold them tight. I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.